What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Jeremiah Davis here, the funding coach. It's Monday Fun Day. How you guys doing today? I got a new tip for you. I want to talk about applying for funding in our DIY automated business credit builder software. Um, the best thing about our software is it's fully automated. So if you're trying to build business credit, you bought probably somebody else's system, or if you hired somebody else to build it and they're doing it the old-fashioned way, piece by piece manually. My DIY software is fully automated with all the resources you need to complete each of the steps, right? And it's put in an orderly fashion so that you can build your business credit the proper way, to get the lines of credit that you need, as well as the funding that you need, um, from a lender compliance point of view. So that is, I think, one of the difference with working with business funding now and building your business credit is we've been in the funding arena for probably 15 years. Business funding now. I've been doing funding probably close to 20 years. Um, but knowing what the lenders and the creditors require for approval for lines of credit and for loans is the advantage. That is the advantage, that working with business funding now has, is that we know what the lenders are looking for. So, and we built our software with, like I said, it's automated. All you got to do is follow the steps. We got uh, simple, easy to understand, easy to comprehend, and explainer video avatars of each step, as well as the resource to complete the step right there. Okay, and I'm going to show you, that right now. I'm going to show you some of the steps of the automated uh, DIY business credit builder, and then I'm going to show you the funding option as well. Okay, so if you do, or if you need to build business credit, or you're trying to build business credit, and you don't want to spend a lot of money to do it, this DIY automated software from Business Funding Now is the way to go. Okay, because you can do it at your own pace, and it doesn't take a lot of time to complete each of the steps. It doesn't. You don't. You're not going to. Matter of fact, you can complete step one probably within a week or two. You can complete step two probably within a week, and you can be on step three in about 3 weeks applying for trade lines, right? And if you're able to apply for 10 trade lines in week three, and then you'll have to make three consecutive purchases and payments, so those trade lines. But it can be trade lines that you need for your business, and not just trade lines for things that you do not need. Okay, I often say this, that building business credit is not a one-off. You don't stop once you reach a certain point, or you don't get this trade line and then you only use it one time, and then you go to the next step trying to get there. What these lenders and creditors want to see is that you're utilizing your lines of credit on a regular basis and paying the bill on a regular basis, so that um, you look responsible. All right, your business looks responsible. Your business credit looks responsible. But ideally, if you can buy the products and services that you need for your business without using your operating capital, okay, this is the thing. If you're spending all the money coming in to buy products and services or to build business credit, then you're not making any money, right? You're trading time, energy, whatever you ask for money. Then you're doing. But if you can buy all the products you need for the next month or 2 or 3 months, and then pay that off over the course of a few months without using all your operating capital, it's going to be better for you in the long run, and it's going to allow you to build stronger business credit. That's the whole concept. You want to continue to grow, because there's certain criteria. There's certain criteria. All right, lenders and creditors want to see that you got 10 plus trade lines. That's the benchmark, right? Reporting to at least 3 or 4 of the business credit bureaus, right? And that you're using on a regular basis, like a long credit history of good payment purchases and payments. All right, that's the only thing they're basing your business credit score off of is your types of trade lines, utilization, and payments. Okay, that's all business credit. So, but point being is, if you just stop using those lines of credit, you're not going to qualify for higher limits. So that's the concept. You want to continue to use the lines that you need for your business, right? So you can get higher limits, right? So if you start off with a $500,000 trade line, a net 30 or net 60 account, you know, hopefully within 6 to 12 months, those accounts will be worth, $5 or $10,000, right? And you're using them responsibly. Now you can get approved for higher limits in trade lines. Okay, that's the whole concept. You want to continue to work on your business credit to the point where you can walk into, say, a Ford dealership and get, instead of one vehicle for your business, get three vehicles for your business. But the only way you're going to get to that point is by building your business credit consistently over time. Okay, or a line of credit. Do you want a $250,000 business line of credit? Well, you're not going to be able to get that unless you're going to put something down for collateral that's equal to that amount, that line of credit, or greater. Okay, because a lot of times they're only going to do 50 to 70% of the loan to value of your collateral. Okay, but if you built a relationship with the bank and they started you off with a $5,000 or $10,000 line of credit, in 6 months, 12 months, a year down the road, you could have a $50,000 line of credit, and you use that responsibly for another 6 to 12 months. Now there you got $100,000, and ideally, it's possible, very, 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 very possible that within 2 years you might be able to get, or a combination of multiple lines of credit equivalent to $250,000. Or if you're really aggressive and maintain it properly, you can get $250,000 line of credit because you built the relationship and you have a good payment history. You're responsible with that, right? You're operating your business because you're buying the things that you need on credit without using your operating capital, and increasing your fundability, increasing your business credibility. Okay, so business. Stop thinking business is a one-off. I'm gonna get this, this, and this. Then I'm gonna go get me a $250,000 line of credit. That's not gonna happen. Okay, unless you got something as collateral, cash, or asset worth that kind of money. Okay, but this also works hand in hand with funding as well. Okay, in our software, we offer corporate-only financing. The problem is most of people that are building their business credit never get to that place where they can qualify for corporate only financing. Corporate only financing means that you have been in business for at least 2 years. You have 2 years of business finances and very strong personal credit, very strong business credit, right? Well established, so you can access these other types of funding. So I always say that you got to have all the pieces to the puzzle for business credit. Okay, um, business credit is a great asset and a great tool to grow your business, maintain your business over a longer period of time. Without access to these lines of credit and these funding options, you might not be a business, or you might be able to grow your business to the level that you want to grow it to. Okay, so knowing what the lenders are looking for. If you want to apply for corporate only financing, there is a protocol. There is a credit profile, business credit profile, owner profile, and a business financial profile that the lender is going to be looking for. And they're just going to check in boxes, right? They're like, okay, been in business over 2 years, make over $100,000 a year, owner's credit 700 plus, boom, boom. And your idea is to check as many of those boxes off. So when you walk into the bank and you ask for a $250,000 loan, they look at your business, they look at you, and all the aspects, and say, okay, we can check all the boxes, you're approved. All right, without a PG. Okay, but my point is, I don't know anybody out there on social media that is teaching really, 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 the lender compliance aspect of building business credit, and how business credit, personal credit, and business financials are all the pieces to the puzzle that maximize your credibility and maximize your fundability. Okay, so that's why you can't look at business credit as a one-off. Like, okay, I'm just going to build it so I can get this $250,000, and then I'm not going to pay attention to it. That's not how it works. And I often say that Walmart is one of the best examples of business credit because they have hundreds of lines of credit, and they buy probably everything on the shelves on credit. They sell it to us before the invoice comes. Okay. And obviously they're buying it wholesale from right on their business credit. So that's why they make massive amounts of profit because they can buy, 100,000 of an item, put it on the shelf, mark it up 5, 10 times, and then pay off that invoice even before the invoice. When the invoice comes, they already got the money. They already sold the product. They got the money, got their money, and they paying the invoice with our money, not their money. They're not using their operating capital to pay their bills. They're using our money from shopping at Walmart to pay the bills. Okay, so and up until business credit's been kind of out here and say a pseudo fad for like about 10 years, but still there's 90%, 95, probably 98%. I don't even go as far as 98% of the businesses in America do not have business credit or don't know what business credit is. All right. And there are 500,000 new businesses being formed every month. So there's a wide range of opportunity to get. Okay. And another, I don't know, in the next few weeks, I'm going to be doing a live. I'm going to be talking about the other business credit bureaus that you need to know about. Okay. I know that there's probably some that you know about. There's probably some that you don't know about. But I know about 15 of them, and I'm going to go through that on a future live and show you what type of industry. If you're a particular type of industry, you might need to have a business credit profile with these other business credit bureaus for your industry to maximize your fundability and your lines of credit. So ideally, you want to be able to get whatever you need to get to operate your business on credit without using your operating capital. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. I hope it does. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in to a client portal. Let me see here. Make sure I got the right one. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask some questions. I'm available to answer your business credit or your funding questions. Okay, so I'm going to go into one of my accounts and show you the client portal, right? You're going to look at the client portal. And then we're going to look at funding from the client portal point of view. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Okay, so I'm logged into the client portal of my DIY business credit builder. Okay, so this is what you'd see if you're getting business credit from Business Funding Now, or if you want to. You know what? I'm going to tell my staff to create a discount code right now. And I'm going to give anybody that signs up this week $200 off the DIY. Because normally $697, you can get it for $497 this week. Okay. Okay. Create discount code for DIY business credit builder. $200 off. and give me the code. Okay, so by the time I get done going through this, we'll have a code available, and you guys will have access from Monday to Friday of this week to get a one-time payment of $497 to build your to get into this automated DIY business credit builder and build your business credit the proper way. So let me first off, this is the dashboard. This is the client portal. You'll get immediate access to this as soon as you purchase, right? And we have the video avatars here. Let me go ahead and play one. Simple and sweet, right? So first step is lender compliance, right? We call it first step one lender compliance, but the whole software is designed around lender compliance. I can't say that enough because that's the missing component, right? You got a lot of people out here that are business credit gurus, what have you, but they don't know how lenders look at you. Okay, they know what they know, and I'm not bad mouthing anybody. There's some good people out there. There's some bad people out there. I'm not. That's not the point. The point is, if you know what the lender is looking for, how much of an advantage is that for you to build your business credit, uh, access lines of credit, and access funding? So first step, lender compliance, right? So you're going to go through step by step. If you don't have an entity form, first step is creating an entity right here. And we'll provide the resource right here. You can click on whichever one of these you want to form your entity, get an LLC or an S corp. Okay. If you, whatever your business name is, you can test that business name on this access to the TSTAT database. That's for the making sure it's a trademark electronic search system. That's what it stands for. And you don't want to be violating on somebody's trademark and get sued later on because you have a similar business name or logo. You know, there's a various things you can you can infringe on somebody else's trademark. And here, let me show you. Just click the button. It goes right here. Search the database. Boom. And searched it. Okay. Backwards marker, words, design. Okay. Freeform. I'm just going to put my business in here. And then I'm just going to search. Okay. There's a bunch of records here. Now, the more data I put in here, the more information I get, or it will shrink down. But I know already that I'm not infringing on nobody's trademark. There are some other companies have Davis Thorpe in their title, but I mean that mine is Davis Thorpe and Associates, and it's a consulting firm. It's not in any particular industry. It's business consulting, financial services, and things like that. So, but my point is, this is an awesome tool that you can use in like 5 minutes to test to see if you're infringing on somebody else's trademark. Okay. All right. If you're incorporated in a different state, like Wyoming, Nevada, and Delaware are very popular. You know, Florida is very popular, and you're located in a different state that you're actually doing your business, you need to have a foreign entity filing. So you just click the button and do that, right? And then, like I said, she explains everything to you. Okay, somebody just told me that there was no sound on the avatar. Let me hold on, you guys. Let me get. Yeah, I mean, okay, this is the Business Funding Now DIY Live. If you are a Black Label subscriber, you have access to all the same information. Okay, you have identical things that I have. Let me ask you, everybody can hear me? When I play the video avatar, you can hear the video avatar as well. Somebody type in yes, no, maybe. Okay. Well, if you cannot hear the video avatar, go ahead. Actually, you can go to businessfundingnow.com, click on the free success scan, business funding and success scan. Let me go ahead and show it to you. Boom. Here. Click on this button right here. Okay. Get your free scan. The scan is going to pre-qualify you for one of our 20 different loan products. My staff is going to reach out to you, give you some emails, text messages on getting you into a loan product right now if you pre-qualify for any of the 20 different loans. And it's also going to show us where your business credit is, where your holes are, what things you need to work on, things we need to address in your business credit building. But you get access to step one here, this first step, lender compliance, all these things for free. When you're ready to move on to the next, you have to become a paying client, and you can use the discount code of DIY 200. DIY 200. So if you go to the website and you want to purchase the DIY right now, you can just once you get to the checkout page, you can put the DIY 200 and the discount code field, and it take the $200 off your purchase for the DIY Business Credit Builder. Okay. So once you complete this step, you just click Save and Continue, right? And listen, if you already have a green check from the scan, that means you're done with that. And the only thing you need to address is the red X's. But okay, now we got the second step is business location. Do you have a business address or virtual office? Now, not a PO box, not a mail stop, but a real virtual business location address, right? There's some services out there that we're going to charge you a little bit more money to have a real business address. Things like iPostal or just a UPS box or a FedEx mailbox, those things will not come up. But we provide you resources right here that you can get a virtual address. You have to shop around, see which ones it works within your budget. But ideally, you can pay anywhere from about $60 to $100 a month for a legitimate virtual office business address. But it's vital for business credit building, right? And the video avatar explains it. See? Okay. So this is the tested button right here. So once you put in your address on the scan, it's going to come back with the results. If your phone number is a cell phone or a landline or real phone number, or if your address is a residential. If it's any of those other than landline and business, then that's something you have to fix. You have to get one that is an actual business address. I'm sorry, but lenders are looking at that, and if they will check the national directory, and if that is not a business address, they can deny you for a line of credit or for funding just for that reason alone. Okay, or not having an 800 number or business phone number, but a cell phone. Okay, and you just click the button and test it, and it comes back with the results. Okay, landline business. Okay, save and continue. So this is what I'm saying. It's a DIY. There's no more guessing. There's no more figuring out how to build your business credit, and not for 500 bucks, 497 bucks one time, and there's no time limit. If you take 3 months to do it, or you take 12 months to do it, you will have access to the software. And I'm not going to kick you out of the software after 12 months. If you're still working on it, you're still working on it. Okay, but it's a one-time cost to utilize these resources and these services to build your business credit properly, as well as accessing lender funding and creditors also. Okay, so once you complete this step, just click save and continue. Okay, and now we got downward here at the business website. But let me go back to phone and 411. I want to point out one other thing here. Okay, so once you have your your phone number for one of these services, right? Same thing. You can choose one. Here we provide the link where you can list yourself with the National 411 database. So just click on this button and it takes you directly to listing yourself with the National 411 database. Okay, you just select your entity, right? Or single, right? And then you put in the number that you just got, right? And then you say it's a business, and you put the company name, you put the address, the address that you just got. If you not your home address, right? And then you set up a verification. They can call you. They can call me with a spoken code. Call me with, but I have an auto attendant. So choose which one you want. But once you do the verification, you will be added to the National 411 directory. What's that mean? This step is done. Click save and continue. Okay? And that's how it is all the way through here. You got a business checking account. Why? You need a merchant account. Here are some resources for that. Why do you need a business checking account? Simple as that. If you do not have a business bank account, this can limit you from getting the lines of credit or the funding that you want. So you need to have a business bank account. You need to have a merchant account. How are you getting paid? All right. Are you taking cash and checks? All right. You got to be able to take credit cards and debit cards. Okay. Simple. Okay. And you just go through each of these steps. We even have an agency and NAICS code verification. This is for your NAP validation and your NAICS classification. You need to, or your SIC code. You need to choose the appropriate SIC code for your business. This is vitally important, because now lenders and creditors are looking at this. Like I said, everything is built around lenders and creditors, what they're looking for. What they're looking for. You need to have everything, your name, address, and phone number consistent on all platforms, on the state level, on the county level, on the city level, with the IRS, with your bank, with the National 411 directory, on Google Maps, on social media. All right, because they're checking these things before they extend. Now, every lender and every creditor is different. One might check this resource, another one might check this resource. But if you stay consistent in building your business credit and doing it the proper way, as in the instructions that we're providing you here, then none of these lenders can use any of those things to deny you. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, now here are a few more questions that they want to ask you. Is all this stuff correct and consistent on all these different platforms? Your name, address, and phone number. If it is, check yes. click save and continue. This is how fast you can go through these steps, just like that. Okay. Now down here about getting approved, you need a business plan. Why do you need a business plan? Why do we even put that in there? Because if you're a compliance item business plan for SBA and business term loans, right? Okay. We have, hold on, somebody's trying to, okay. So I had to wait for the staff to pick that up. Anyway, so but if you want to apply for an SBA loan or a business term loan, not all businesses, not all banks are going to ask for a business plan for a business term loan. Some do, some don't. Okay, but having one in place is essential. The SBA, the SBA lending institutions will most likely ask because they want to see why you're better than your competition and that you got a plan to pay it back. Okay, so if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, applying for an SBA loan can take at least 30 days to up to 6 months, sometimes longer, depending on your situation. If you have all your ducks in a row, you can get an SBA loan in as little as 30 days. If you do not have your ducks in a row, it can take 3 to 4 months, 6 months until you get all your ducks in a row. Okay, basically. But having a business plan, if you want to go apply for an SBA loan, you need to have a business plan. Okay, and we provide all the resources right here to do that. Okay, now another big fact here: corporate only facts. Okay, the owner's personal credit can play a role. I tell these people all the time, and I have clients come to me all the time. They have an 80 payday score. They got strong, solid business credit, but they don't have the business finances or personal credit. When you're getting cash, you're most likely going to always have to PG it. Okay, you can get trade lines, credit cards without the PG on certain types. All right, but if you're, but and not to say it's impossible, it's very possible to be able to get a business loan without PG in it if you have everything in order. And we provide that information here. They want us, this is the stuff they're looking for to do no personal guarantee, cash type business loans. Okay, this is it. This is it. Okay, I'm giving you the game, as they say, is how to obtain no PG loans. Here's a step-by-step protocol. You got to have comparable credit in the amount equal to or greater than the amount requesting. Okay, what's comparable credit? If you're asking for $50,000 for a no PG, does your business have $50,000 in credit? Okay, that's what comparable credit is. And if you don't, how do you get it? How do you get comparable credit? I'm gonna have to show you how to do that. Okay, but my point being is this is what the bank requires. If you walk into the bank and say, I want $250,000, they're gonna say, okay, let's see your business financials. Does your business make $250,000? Do you have other lines of credit and other access to $250,000? If you don't, you're not getting it. Do you have a minimum of 10 reporting trade lines that have at least 1 year reporting history? Remember, no, you can't do the one off. You can't do, you got to get the trade lines. You got to continue to use them every month. Okay, for a year. Okay, that's this. Okay, this is for no PG, right? No PG. Okay, do you have a minimum low 5 bank rating score? Do you have a minimum low 5? What does that mean? That means your average daily balance of your business checking account has $10,000 or more. If you're not doing that, then you're way below. Okay, let me see. I'll just go ahead and show you. Here's bank rating right here, right? The next step, we got corporate only facts, then we have bank rating, right? Okay, so here's your bank rating table, right? So if you're in the 3, low 3, mid 3, high 3, this is your daily balance in your business checking account. If you're a low 4, mid 4, high 4, this is your daily balance, average daily balance over 3 months. Okay, so minimum is a low 5. Okay, so when you're coming to me asking for me a business term loan and you don't want to PG it, you got to meet this protocol right here. You got to meet the protocol. Okay, You have all 20 items of lender compliance in the system done. So you got all these items done. Do you have all of them done? All right. $35,000 a month or more in gross revenue, showing the ability to debt service, showing the ability you can pay for the money that you're trying to borrow. All right. At least 2 year time in business history, not just for corporate filing. Just for business term loans, you have to have 2 years of business, be in business for 2 years and make $100,000 a year just for business term loan. Okay. File tax returns, financial statements for at least the prior last full year. All right. In most cases, they're asking for the last 2 years of tax returns. Right. So business tax returns. All right. Business tax return with Schedule C. If you're doing that, you can do that, or your personal separate or your business separate. Totally up to you. Right. And your account. Okay. Entity in good style and standing with a foreign corporation, a business license required. If you're in an industry where you need a business license, then you need to have that provided. Less than 45% debt to income with no blanket UCC filing or list pending. Okay, less than 45% balance to limit on all outstanding revolving business debt. They want all your business debt to be paid down below 45% and the overall DTI below 45%. Okay, so this is the criteria for no PG business loans. This is it. Okay, here it is again. So we're providing you all that, right? Save and continue. Let's keep it moving. Now we're looking at the funding. You pre-qualify for 4 funding programs. Okay, I got an SBA loan. I got business credit cards. I got unsecured funding, and I got business term loans. Why? Because I've been in business more than 2 years. I make over $100,000 a year, and I got good personal credit. Y'all picking up what I'm throwing down? Okay. Why did my thing change? That's pretty weird. Okay. Comparable credit. Let's look at that. Oh, it must be just that one. I have to tell my IT people that one of the buttons is going back to the old version of the software. No big deal. Still works. Okay. Comparable credit. Here's the information. Okay. I'm just going to pay the video avatar. Comparable credit. So the idea is for you to establish comparable credit in step 1. So when we get to step 3 and 4, right, you can get higher limits. Okay. So basically what this is saying is you can go to a bank and ask for a business secure CD, right? And that bank will extend you that secure CD because you're putting down the money to secure it, right? So if you want, say $5,000, you're going to get a $5,000 secure business CD, right? The secure means it's like a secure credit card. You're putting the money down. And then they're going to take that business CD and convert it into a business line of credit. And that's what's going to report to your business credit profile, that you have a $5,000 line of credit. Okay. Now, when you're going to other banks applying for a line of credit or for funding, you already have one financial institution trusting you to with a $5,000 line of credit. So another creditor or a business lending institution will extend you an equal amount or maybe more than that $5,000 that's not secured, because they see one financial institution trust you, they can trust you too, right? Just like credit cards. You got one credit card with a $10,000 limit. Another credit card company's like, oh, you got one? Okay, use mine, right? And that's the whole concept with this. Now, if you get 3, 4 of those and you got up to 25 or 30 or whatever you can afford on the initial secure CD, business CD, now you got comparable credit. So now when you go to other creditors and lenders, they can see that your business has this comparable credit that you're applying for. Okay, but where do you go? Right here. We provide everything right here for you. Here are a list of the banks and credit unions that provide secure term loans or business lines of credit, cards, lines of credit, credit cards, term loans, right? That can be converted into that line of credit on your business credit profile to set you up to have comparable credit and go get other lines of credit and funding. So all this is just step one. All this is included when you do the scan for free. Okay. Moving on to step two is setting up your business credit profiles with Experian Business, Credit Safe, Equifax, and DMB. Okay. Step three is applying for the trade lines. Right. You have to have the bureau's profile set up so when you apply for trade lines, there's somewhere to report to. And we have them broken down in net 30. We have tier one, tier two, tier three, for cards. And look right here, you click on about vendors. We provide you the tier criteria right here. Tier one prerequisites, tier two prerequisites, tier three prerequisites, tier four prerequisites. Mainly tier 1 month in business and have all your ducks in a row. Tier two, you need to have 3 reporting trade lines to DNB and Experian, right? With at least a $500, one line, $500 in business 3 months. Got to have a Paydex score, intelligence score. The score, the number of the score doesn't matter. Just have it set up, right? And that's what you do in step two by setting up your business credit profiles. All right. Tier three, you got 5 reporting trade lines. Going the DNB and Experian, 1 trade line with a $2,500 limit, a 60 plus Paydex intelligence score, 1 year in business, a mid 4 bank rating score. Okay. And tier 4, 10 reporting trade lines. That's why I always say that 10 is the magic number. That's the benchmark. You want to get those 10 trade lines as soon as possible because that's going to catapult you into another criteria of getting higher limits and accessing, right? So tier 4, you're looking for a low 5 bank rating score, $10,000 a month daily average, 2 years in business, 80 Paydex, 76 intelligence score, a $5,000 high trade line limit, and those 10 trade lines. All right. So now you don't have to guess anymore. You don't have to guess about it. All right. Then you can go over here and we provide you with a plethora of trade lines that we provide you what the trade line is, who they report to, and what you need to do to get approved. Okay. And then you can over search by criteria. Are you in the high tech and auto industry? Here's some tier 2, tier 3, tier 2 cards you might qualify for. Remember, the tier 2, you only got to be in business for 3 months. Okay, so you might qualify for those type of trade lines. All right, ideally, when you get to this section, you want to apply for those 10 day one. So after those 3 months of purchases and payments, you have all 10 of those reporting to the business credit bureaus. Okay, and then we also have cash cards down here that you can apply for that will report to your business credit report as well. Okay, these are tier 1 cash cards or lines of credit. Some of those secure cards. Okay. As an added bonus, if you sign up, we're going to give you the 3,000 business credit vendor bonus section. So here you can search by product or the service type. So if you were in, say, a food service industry, I always use food service for demonstration purposes because boom. Now this is all free bonus, right? So here's a bunch of company. If you're in a food service, you got a food truck or a restaurant, catering business, you need to buy products and supplies for your food service company. Here are a bunch of vendors that you can set up accounts with, and you have to ask them when you sign up which bureaus they report to. Okay, things like that. Okay, but here's products. We have a whole list of products, and then each of these at least have 1 to 2 vendors available for each criteria or category. I'm sorry, category, or it could be 10 to 20. So just depends on the product type. Okay, and then the whole purpose of this slide was the funding. How are you going to access the funding? Now, when you get to the funding section, it's going to tell you right what the funding products are qualified for. Right, if there's a red mark, you don't qualify for those. All right, if you got a house, that means we already applied. All right, if you got a plus, it means you're approved. So, but when you click on that, it will pull up this form, and then you submit it, and then it will come to me and my staff, and then we will contact you and provide the funding option. But it tells you right here, okay, business term loans, average total of 50,000 to 500,000 business term loans, lines of credit, you know, some basic criteria, personal credit scores, 680 or higher. Okay, so you know if you qualify before you apply. All right, okay. Let me go ahead and turn this off and see if we got any questions. Okay, I see you, Tori. Um, I don't know. Maybe you can watch the replay. I can hear it on my end. I don't know why that wasn't. Um, you're the second person who's told me that they didn't hear the video avatar, but the video avatars are working on my end. Maybe it's some setting on my computer. I'll have to take a look at that. So, hey, also, okay, for you guys who are interested in the software, I did roll out a week ago a monthly billing plan. So you don't have to come up with a full $3,000 to get the software, the Black Label CRM software. Now you can pay $797 and get your full setup. All right, and then there's a monthly cost to that. The pricing's on the website, blacklabelcrm.com. So if you're interested, see, would we be able to do some of this for our clients? Yeah, I already answered that question. You can do all this. If you have Black Label CRM, you get exactly everything I just showed you. Everything I just showed you. I stopped sharing. There we go. Yeah, everything I just showed you. Here, but no sound from the lady. Can't wait to get my software. Yes. Can't hear the video. Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it and see why the video avatar is not. That's probably a setting in my audio settings on my computer. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys listen, if you guys want to refer clients, you can go to businessfundingnow.com and sign up as an affiliate. We're paying out 25% for loan applications. We will contact the client and close the loan and pay you a 25. We're going to do all the work and give you 25% for referring any of your clients that need funding. If you don't have the software, or I'm not familiar. Some of you guys already have the software and will still want me to do the funding for you, and that's fine. We'll do it. You can sign up to be an affiliate of Business Funding Now, and then we will service those loans and your clients for you, as well as business credit. All right. On the business credit, you get a one-time commission of 10%, whether it's the DIY or the VIP. I'm really not doing taking on any more VIP clients. I really want most people to do the DIY because it's fully automated. It's very easy, and the price is low. The price is low. Regular retail $697 for me, and it either gets 10% of that. But if it's the sale price that I just offered a DIY with 200 off, discount code DIY 200. Get a one-time access to the DIY business credit builder for yourself for $497. Is there a fee to the client if they go through you for business funding? Depends on what type of loan. If it's a unsecured business loan or personal loan that we are stacking, they will pay a 10 to 12% success fee after funding, and you will get your commission from that. But it's not no upfront fee. And then if it's a different type of loan that we get commission directly from the bank from, then we don't charge the client anything. The bank will pay us our commission, and you'll get your cut out of that. You'll get 25% of wherever I get for funding. Okay. Sometimes you have to tell it to share it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's the whole idea. You gotta put the truth out there. You got to let the accurate truth, the information. There's a lot of misinformation and just outright lies. People are becoming millionaires selling people lies, and then they come to us to try to get the funding or try to get the lines of credit, and then we have to burst the bubble and bring them back down to earth that banks haven't changed in 100 years. Okay, so they want to loan you money, they want to extend your lines of credit, but they don't want to take a loss. So they're going to do what their due diligence to verify that you're able to manage and handle lines of credit and funding that you're asking for. And if you do not have your ducks in a row, you will get denied. Okay, and that's the whole concept behind business credit, is knowing how and what lenders are looking for to approve you for lines of credit, credit cards, as well as funding products. Okay. Anyway, I went a little bit longer than I was planning on to doing it. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna take this opportunity to announce that I'm doing another um, a live show, weekly live show. But this one is going to be in the evening, and it's going to be Bible study for entrepreneurs. So I'm looking at, and the Bible study is going to be called Mountain Movers. Um, and I want to share biblical principles on how to run your business God's way. I think it's very crucial in this day and age that we run our businesses. Well, I mean, they're not our businesses really; they're really God's businesses, and we're just the managers of these. And so I'm going to be doing a weekly Bible study for entrepreneurs, and it's gonna be called Mountain Movers. And because being an entrepreneur ain't easy, and we face these mountains, right? But the word says you will be able to speak to this mountain and tell it to move, and it will move. And I know that firsthand experience. I've had many mountains in my years of being an entrepreneur, and I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still plugging away. I'm still building. I'm still growing, and I got to give credit to where credit is due. Okay, so it will be. I'm gonna start this week on Tuesday night. So tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern time will be the first Mountain Movers Bible study. So you can chime in, and it's going to be on my personal page and my YouTube channel, so you can always watch the replay. I'm still figuring out which day. I can't do it on Wednesday, but I'll do my church's Bible study on Wednesday night. But so it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, maybe Thursday. I'm probably not going to do it on Friday or Saturday or Sunday, but it'd be Monday, Tuesday, or Thursday. So yeah. Anyway, I'm excited. God dropped that in my spirit over the weekend. Said, and if you don't know, I'm a minister. I have a master's degree in Christian education. I'm not perfect. I'm not above repentance and asking for forgiveness. I make mistakes, but I can just share with you what God has done for me, and I've been doing a lot of study, in particular on being an entrepreneur and being a godly entrepreneur to do the right thing to my clients and my customers, whether it be for funding to the general public, whether it be the software, whether it be coaching and consulting. I want to do everything pleasing to God. God has made me an entrepreneur. He put me on this path, and He's kept me for almost 8 years, maybe going on 9, 10 years of being an entrepreneur. And you think about that, it's amazing, because you're out here without a safety net, and you're making it every day, do what it do. And I'm amazed that I'm still here, and I haven't had to quit and give up and go get a day job. I've been able to maintain being an entrepreneur, making enough money to pay all my bills, and so into others, and continue to grow. So I want to share my experiences with you guys. I have a Bible study on Monday with the ladies group, and I host a class every Thursday. But if it's on YouTube, I am there. Thank you for being open. That's amazing. That's awesome. Yes, you will. Yeah, it'll be around. And if you, like I said, follow me on my Facebook page and follow me on my YouTube channel. I got multiple YouTube channels. I got one for business funding, one for Black Label, one for Davis Thorpe, one for custom executives. But this one's going to be on my personal YouTube channel, just Jeremiah Davis. There's not much content on it now, but I'll be providing the links for those in my personal Facebook page as well. And those are only 2 platforms that I'll be sharing this Bible study on. It's going to be a short 30-minute. That's up to God. I'm gonna say 30 minutes, but if it go longer, go longer. But it'll be recorded. You can always go back and view it. And you guys know what's going on in the world. I think we need it. So, so, and yeah, and entrepreneurship. Your business is a ministry. You're helping people become better, whether it be it credit repair or funding or coaching or whatever it is. You're sowing into people's lives, and you want to do it the right way. You want to do it the right way. So I look at my businesses as ministry. Uh, so. All right, you guys, listen. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for paying attention to me. And thank you for, just being there and support. I do appreciate it. And we'll be praying for all of our businesses as well. Open up with a prayer, close with a prayer, so that God continues to bless us and provide us what we need to continue to grow wisdom, guidance, and resources. All right. I love you. My name is Jeremiah Davis. I am the Funding Coach. Peace.